Hey, what's going on? Thanks for checking this out. My guess is if you're on X or you're on LinkedIn, you're flooded with AI experts who are doing amazing things with AI, and you might feel like the world is leaving you behind. I think 90% of people fall into this category. They're like, what's actually happening? What's real? What makes sense? What doesn't? And they're flooded with so much nonsense. It's kind of like, better not to get involved in this until I understand it or it gets normalized. My focus is on helping you use it now and making that really easy. And what we're going to talk about today is how to immediately tailor this into the highest leverage piece of equipment or tool or partnership, whatever you want to look at, in your entire arsenal without learning anything new, doing the stuff you already do now. So we're on Super Grok. Grok is kind of my go-to for strategy stuff. I think if you're seeing this from me, you're either a fractional consultant at the C level or in the expert category. You're leading a business, you're a founder or a senior leader in a company, or you're thinking about building something. In all of these cases, you need a way to take information from your head and turn it into something you can use really, really fast. And that's an area that a lot of people don't give you like insight on how to use. And I'm going to show you how to do that in about 4 minutes here. So we're going to go into Super Grok. You can use any model you want with this, but I want to show you, I think it's recording a screen, but I'm pulling this in front. If you guys can see this, this is Handy.computer. So there's a really cool tool called Whisper Flow that allows you to, it's built on it's called Open Whisper, whatever, OpenAI model that translates all of the things that you say into text really eloquently and kind of edits over the stutters or errors you have, but it costs like $12 a month. Handy.computer is free. It's open source. It runs locally, so your recordings aren't going to a model or whatever. So I use Handy.computer, and you never have to type anything again. You just hold a button and talk. And what I'm going to show you right now is how to use artificial intelligence to take ideas from your head and turn them into practical use for you and for your business without knowing anything about prompt engineering. Because ironically, as much as the experts will show you, use this prompt to get this thing, the way the technology works is the opposite. It tries to figure out what you want and tries to figure out what you need and brings a world of information at your disposal to help you achieve that. So if you're using a standard prompt you downloaded from somebody else, you're tuning it to that guy's objective, not yours. And that's like the antithesis of what these things are made for. So, a lot of you are like, I don't know how to prompt or I don't know what I want. Like, you just talk. So download Handy.computer, push a button and talk. Check this out. Hey, so I have a really complex morning workflow. I wake up, I have projects that I'm responsible for. I have projects my team's responsible for. There's a whole lot of things that are kind of like in my mind competing for attention at the same time. And I need a really organized way to manage this. Also, exclude all the context that you have on me personally. We're recording a video right now on how to work with you. So address me as if you've never heard of me before. And let's walk through how we could kind of approach this. Can you help me out? So see, I didn't type a thing. Handy's transcribing, poof, there it is. So it's not perfect, but it doesn't matter. The key is the more info you give and the more raw your info is, the more the model tailors itself to how it can help you uniquely, right? So sweet, here we go. Let's see what Grok says to us. Daily morning routine. All right, so it's giving me a process right now. Eisenhower matrix, fun. But for a lot of you guys, like you're in the AI space, right? You're looking at people like AI manages my email and manages my calendar. Don't ever do that. It'll cost you an insane amount of money and you can do way faster things. What you want to do when you're downloading your info to your model is tell it that like you don't want to find a different way to do what's already costing you time. You want to eliminate the time cost altogether. That's where these things are really crazy. Finding ways to take what you're doing and like eliminate it, make it like a 2-second thing instead of a 5-minute thing. So let me give you some more context on what I'm doing now. So currently I spend probably 3 or 4 minutes creating content every day. While that's translating for you guys, I already built the workflow. So I'll do another video on how to do that. But I built the workflow where I use a script. It's a Python script. AI coded it for me. I don't know how to write Python really. That pulls down like 10 or 11 things that I can comment on a day. And then I dictate with the Handy thing that you just saw. And then it's formatted into post and that goes out as kind of my stock regular media and everything else is just commentary. So 3 or 4 minutes creating content every day. That's going to duplicate now. Then I probably spend like 15 minutes to 30 minutes planning out my priorities for the day. Then it's another 25 or 30 minutes to like assign and delegate everything and make sure the team understands what they're doing. Engineering has what it needs. Then I probably spend like 30 to 40 minutes going through analytics. And I feel like we could automate a lot of these things. I feel like there's probably a way to do all that in like one sort of batch or function, or even Python. What do you think? Am I oversimplifying this, or is there a way to make this happen realistically? And I can tell you more about my data sources if you want, so we can figure out how to take this thing and turn it into like a 2-minute exercise. So see, all that crap I just said, automatically dictated, send it to Grok. So see, I'm not using a standard prompt, because right, like your standard prompt gives you the same results everyone else who uses it gets. You want it tailored to you, and you don't want to have to think about what to say. Just push and talk, and this will give you everything, right? AI agents are production ready. Zapier, no code wins. Yeah, Python is local, it's super secure. 2 to 5 minute AI briefing, but you don't want a briefing, right? I don't really want a briefing though. Like a lot of time is spent like analyzing and processing things, and then updating things, and then planning things, and then distributing the plan. Like where I'm valuable is figuring out what to prioritize and how to make this whole thing move the way that it's supposed to move. So how do we find a way to use like scripts or Python to automate all of that work? So everything is assembled and then everything is disseminated. So all I have to do is the thinking and prioritizing. Like I'm steering the ship and the ship is moving on its own. Is it possible to get to a place where that happens? So again, see, I'm not using any architecture. I'm just talking. And let's see what Grok comes back with. Yeah, absolutely possible. Build a daily orchestration pipeline pulls. There we go. Full control, AI agents. Agents are a buzzword. A lot of you guys, if you follow me, you'll see I talk a lot about like driving a Ferrari to the grocery store. So you're seeing like what I'm doing right now, it's architecting my systems, right? It costs just as much to do this, like 2 cents, right, a call, as it does for it to go pull an email from you. One's a lot more valuable than the other. This is going to eliminate like most of my morning workflow, and email is a very basic thing. You don't want to be paying LLM fees to process emails. We'll do another video on how to do that, but like this is how you want to use it. Like download your thoughts, turn it into something productive, make yourself go faster. Overnight, 6 to 6 a.m., pulls analytics, 2 to 5 minutes, scan the assembled briefing. It's still a briefing. I don't like the briefing. Bulk actions, shift focus, ship sales. Sweet. All right. So if I'm really not an advanced coder, is this something that like you could help write up for me if I give you all of the pieces that I use? And look, it's already got like the key systems. It had the good news. Sweet. So what I'm using, I use Supabase, my project management backend. I use Google Analytics to track our email info and our site info. I'm also using resend.com to send our emails. And I use 4 different payment processors for our system. We're international for our stuff. So 4 different payment processors. I can give you their info later. But just for like hypothetical sake, could you draft up like the actual Python that could pull in all this info, create the digest, and then use a function if we're delegating everything through Supabase to push everything back up there, just so I could see what it would look like? So again, no standard prompt. I'm just talking to it. And the more I talk, the more it steers towards the objective that I want. And boom. So again, this costs just as much as an email check call, right? Way more valuable, like way more valuable. And this is where business owners that like don't really know the tech stuff and don't want to learn how to be a prompt engineer are going to change everything. So again, Handy.computer, totally free. Grok is my favorite for strategizing because it's so general and versatile and super cheap. But you can do the exact same thing with whatever model you want to use. And this is kind of like your always on partner. So you can just download what you're thinking, ask for the outputs that you want, and then assembling this stuff. If you want the cheat code, download Grok code, or not Grok code, Claude code to your desktop, $20 a month subscription. You can literally copy this onto your desktop in Claude and say, make it work. And it'll talk you through everything else. It'll give you like a WYSIWYG to just enter your logins and you're good to go. So look at that. Simple chat, natural language. That's what these things are made to do. So you don't need any super prompt to learn how to use this stuff. Most people who are like making agentic workflows don't actually know what they're doing. They're trying to get an agent to do things like they got a human to do things before. But the best way to use this, I mean, think about this. If you have access to all of the world's content ever in every single call, like why would you have it check your email? Have it build you an email system. have it build you a CRM, have it build an analytics platform for you. It can do all of those things, and you don't need to know how to code to do it. You just need to know how to ask, and that's what I'm showing you here. So Handy.computer, whatever model you want, push the button to talk to it. The more you give it, the more accurate it dials into what you want. And that's what's going to help you be super effective and really play in this space. So tune out the noise. Trust me, I haven't gotten a haircut since I started playing with these toys like 8 months ago. That's my qualifier. And just try it. Handy is free. You can do trials of any of the models. Most of them have free editions. The results you get will blow your mind because they're specific to you. And that's what models are supposed to do. They're supposed to bring the world's information into a usable format for you based on what you give them. And the more unique what you give them is, the better the results you get. So share your wins. I'd love to see them. If I can help with any of that stuff, just ask too. I think we're entering an unbelievable time, and I'm excited to help you take advantage of it.